National Football League welcomes you to the Apple Music Super Bowl 59 halftime show.
It's your uncle, Sam, and this is the great American game.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Well, yeah. A quarter, put the war in peace. South my DNA. That's power point.
No. Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto.
It was worth tickets on sale till I silenced it. Pipe down young, these some whole other politics. Made his own ways, they won't take something solo. Every buggers in my chain.
Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up.
Even if I told you to stand next to Johnny and Q. Claps, back, brick up, free throw, man down, fall like fathers.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what America wants.
Political advancement and popular culture are intertwined in the fight for racial equality for Black Americans. The use of media, however, is a double-edged sword, as it is both a tool for representation and a way to perpetuate harmful stereotypes. Before the mid-1960s, for example, Black Americans were generally depicted only as musical entertainers, athletes, and servant figures on screen. The Black culture movement of the 1960s helped to shift this, with movies like Julia, featuring Diane Carroll as a nurse, one of the first portrayals of a Black professional woman on TV. Today, social media continues this dual role, empowering Black Americans to connect with like-minded individuals and engage in online activism, while simultaneously exposing them to cyberbullying, racial stereotyping, and victimization. On Twitter, the Black Lives Matter hashtag was popularized in 2014 and has remained relevant today, and Instagram and TikTok have been used by many Black creators to encourage inclusivity across different brands and to share personal stories. To understand how social media's cultural representation has impacted the lives of Black Americans, we decided to visit one of North Carolina's many HBCUs. But first, what exactly is an HBCU?
HBCUs, or historically Black colleges and universities, are defined as any historically Black college or university that was established prior to 1964, whose principal mission is the education of Black Americans. These universities were established because, prior to the Civil War, higher education opportunities for Black Americans were extremely limited. Legislation such as the Second Morrill Act required Southern states to either admit Black students to existing universities or fund new ones. As a result, HBCUs are primarily located in the South. As of 2022, Alabama has the highest number of HBCUs with 13, followed by North Carolina with 10. Out of those 10 HBCUs, we decided to visit North Carolina Central University, located in Durham.
North Carolina Central University was founded in 1910 by Dr. James Spearhead and became the first state-supported liberal arts college for African Americans in the U.S. Today, NCCU is known for its STEM programs, including its Biotechnology and Biomedical Research Institute. Along with this, NCCU has made numerous impacts in film, television, and music, with notable alumni Courtney B. Vance, who received an Emmy Award for his role in The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story. NCCU also has one of the top-ranked jazz programs at any HBCU, emphasizing its important role in the media. NCCU's academic strengths, along with its impact in the media industry, made this an ideal place to learn more about and share the stories of how Black people are affected by their representation in the media.
I would like to start asking about why you attended an HBCU.
I chose an HBCU because I was born in Ohio. I moved to Wisconsin because of my mom's job, and those are both very white-dominated areas. And then, moving down here to the South, as a kid, it was rough. I got bullied a lot in middle school, not as much in high school, but I wanted to be around people I could identify with, I felt comfortable with. I was always uncomfortable in middle school and when I was younger, but I think being here has made it better for me.
Elementary, middle school, high school, I went to PWIs. No wrong. It's just I never went to a school with majority Black kids. So I was like, let me try it out.
I chose to go to HBCU because it was not really a choice in my household. My mom kind of started us young with searching up HBCUs because she wanted us to be comfortable in our own skin, and she didn't want me to be an oddball. She wanted me to be around the people that can help me grow, and why not be around people that's just like me.
Did you always want to attend an HBCU?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Those are my only choices.
It was just gonna be a regular like PWI regular school.
Oh, okay.
And then I was just like, you know what, let me try it. I never really went to school with a lot of black people.
Did you know about HBCUs before applying for college?
I think I found out about HBCUs around sophomore year. That's when I really started thinking about it.
I would say my senior year. Before that, not really.
Okay. So I want to ask a bit more about like social media specifically now. So what social media platforms do you use?
I really only use Instagram and just TikTok.
Okay, that's fair.
Instagram, TikTok.
I use my Instagram account because I have a business. I am a photographer on campus. I use my Instagram account, sometimes TikTok, and Facebook.
Do you see any difference in the way black people are represented across different social media sites? At least for the ones that you use.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's positive. But on Instagram, I'd say it's definitely mixed.
They show more the like negative side.
Would you say that's like more so TikTok or more so Instagram, or is just like a mix of both?
Instagram, because you know a lot of people into drama. So news pages like Shade Room or World Star, things like that. Meme pages. So yeah, they're quick to talk about negativity.
How did you feel you're represented, like culturally, as you grew up?
As a kid, I never felt like a negative impact. But I feel like as I got older, I started to realize, like the negative, part of social media and how black people are like presented.
I feel like we could do better, and I'm not blaming anybody that's looking on us, because some people just don't care about how we're seen. Personally, I think we're all great. Black people do some great stuff, so it's also how we represent ourselves. So we can't be mad that we're getting shown negatively, but like we gotta want to show ourselves properly, present ourselves properly. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Growing up, because I'm from Fayetteville, so the media for us was not really like a great light for us. It always showed something bad. So I never really saw like us doing like great things in our black community until I went to my HBCU. Shout out to them. Okay. So once I started seeing that and seeing how our black excellence can be shown around campus, everywhere, I started loving it. I fell in love with the media and stuff. That's why I work with media.
So was it something like you were aware of at like the time when you first noticed it, and is this like something that you become like more or less conscious about as you got older?
I don't really think I was aware of it at the time, but I would say I've been more conscious of it.
Okay. So how would you say you got more conscious about it?
Like I visit NC State a lot, and I do see the differences in our schools, whether it's academically or it's just socially. I'd say people at NC State are more to themselves, and I feel like here everyone's like really open, and I'd say open and just more inclusive.
That's a fair judgment, to be honest.
I was always told like growing up, you're able to be on the same level as like the white man, like because I know sometimes in history you were always like belittled and told like we weren't as good and stuff. And my parents made sure like to tell us, my siblings and I, just like, you guys are just as capable of doing anything a white man can do and stuff like that. Not to like put anything on the white man either, like no, but you can do the same stuff. Don't let society tell you you're not as good and stuff like that.
So how's your time here at NC Central formed or changed your opinion on how black people are represented in the media?
I feel like it's changed it for the better.
I love my people. We gotta do some things better. We gotta represent ourselves better. It's not everybody, but some things could change. How we represent ourselves sometimes is not the best.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm from Fayetteville, so you really didn't see like a black girl going to college for or succeeding anywhere. So out of my class, it was like around 50 females, and we went to a big high school. So it was around 50 females that went to college. And it's like around 20 that went to HBCU. So now I just feel like I did something and I'm a voice and I can show that anybody can do it, not just,
What about your culture do you feel is being misrepresented in the media today?
Education. People don't think we're qualified.
Okay.
Tend to feel like we're qualified. And then when we do have those positions, it's like they treat us differently. It's like we earned it the same way,
Okay.
Nobody's asking for a bunch of pats on the back, like, oh, you made it, yeah. But it's just like, hey, like, we did the same work you did, I did it too. And like, yeah, we want to be able to have a seat at the table. So, because we earned it.
I feel like right now that I've grown up and I can actually put an effect on it, I think that we're doing really, really good. I feel like there's still more improvements. I feel like the Black community should show more of our excellence more than, our failures. And I feel like we're doing a great job. I think here really like shifted how my social media looks like. And it shifted my sister's, because she's in high school now. She's trying to look for colleges. So we kind of are building, I feel like we're building ourselves more on social media and showing the excellence
role
of models.
Yeah.
So.
What are your thoughts on the practice of whitewashing in the media, and how can this affect a culture?
It definitely negatively impacts Black people because if you're seen as one way in media, you're expected to be seen like that in person. But not everyone's the same. Not everyone grows up the same.
I think everybody could be like represented for different things, you know what I mean? Like, I see why they do it sometimes, like to appeal to people, like make it seem like put the white person in the position and make people more attractive, because if you put a Black person, you may not feel the same way. I understand that, but at the same time, once we get over that, understand like, hey, everybody can do everything. And I'm not one to be like, oh, Black people on top, everything. I want everybody. I like diversity. I love diversity. So I think everybody can do something. So yeah, everybody's capable.
Y'all want me to be honest?
Yeah. This is
okay.
Something our teacher will say.
I just feel like it's very disrespectful. I feel like sometimes, because I have a friend, she's white, so like she grew up around Black people, so I can see it on both ends. Like that's you grew up with the culture and stuff, so that's what you're used to. But sometimes I have to be like, hey babe, like put a pause on it and stuff. Love her to death, but it's like there's certain limits to it. Yeah, you can be inspired by us, but the braids and all that stuff. Something that that was our culture first, and the reason why it was our culture is because of something that y'all put in place for us to hold us back. I feel like there should be a fine line that you should not want to cross.
Exactly.
What responsibility do you think the media holds in creating a more inclusive space for different cultures, races, and ethnicities?
They could put out more positivity, like more diverse content too, and like appropriate content. So not just like a white man being rich and having a family, being married, and a Black man being a deadbeat, single father, whatever, mother. Like everybody can do everything. Like have content of a Black family, of an Asian family, of a white family. Everybody doing positive things. Because you could have a little Black lady watching TV. Hey, I want that. Simple stuff like that.
Do you think Black people's representation in the media is thriving currently?
Yeah, thriving. Well, we just had Kamala run as president, so I would say it gives us a better image that Black people can be president and that Black people can be really anything.
Nah, not right now. Not right. We got the wrong look at everything. We just gotta chill. We just gotta chill and like just be nice. Be like, I understand we've been through some stuff. There's people on this earth who do not like us. We not gotta worry about them. Worry about the people who care for you, who do like you, and do your thing. Get your money, get your degree, do what you gotta do. If you're in a trade, do what you gotta do, and just be nice to people.
Social media plays a significant role in a person's life. According to data collected by the Pew Research Center, 50% of American respondents used Instagram, 70% used Facebook, and 85% used YouTube in 2024. This significant influence led our group to explore the representation of African American culture in the media and how it has changed over time. Through the interviews, we learned that the perception of African American culture varies not just from person to person, but also by where the content is accessed. However, there was a common sentiment between all of the interviews. Even though the representation of African American culture has improved, there is still progress to be made.
While the amount of data we collected is way too small to conduct proper research, it still holds value in providing insight on how to explore this topic further. What would our data look like with the larger population? How do people from different HBCUs view the representation of African American culture in the media? Exploring this topic has provided better understanding of the perception of African American culture and its effects on their community, while giving insight into the impacts of different forms of media on cultural representation today.
Well, once again, thank you for letting us interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Means a lot to us.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
I hope y'all get A.